Store owner harassed black couple. They punish him by buying his business. In the small town of Millbrook, Harvey Stone ran the only grocery store within 15 miles. He had almost everything. In fact, the people were almost grateful the store was always available. Their gratitude would have been complete if Harvey wasn't a terrible person. His reputation for being bad-tempered was well known, but few knew how deep his prejudices ran. He had no patience for anything or anyone. His service was even worse when he was attending to black people. "Sure you even afford that?" He would throw sly comments like that at them. Most of them left his store feeling offended or bullied, but he was going to regret everything soon. Before we get started, subscribe to the channel and post in the comments where you're watching from. One rainy afternoon, a black couple ran into the store. They were wet but giggling. This sight instantly annoyed Harvey. His eyes narrowed with disdain as he watched them trying to warm each other up. "Can I help you with something?" he barked at them. It startled them, but they laughed. "Oh yeah, we just need to grab some supplies. We didn't think it was going to be this rainy. Sorry about the wet floor," Steph said, rubbing her hands on her clothes. Harvey hissed as he stared down at them. Although wet, the couple wore simple and smart clothing. Marcus, Steph's husband's boots were caked with mud. He was furious, but he kept his cool. The couple became uncomfortable with his glare, so they excused themselves to continue with their shopping. Harvey watched them carefully as they selected a few essential items: bread, milk, some canned goods. They looked like a happy couple. They laughed a lot as they shopped. "You do know that this is not an amusement park, right? You keep giggling like you're here to joke around." Harvey finally blurted out. He couldn't take it anymore. "Excuse me?" Marcus said. "Are you here to shop or mess around?" Harvey was bold enough to ask again. "Dude, relax. We are shopping. We have a process. Sorry if we're loud." Marcus apologized. "Yeah, you have a process. I hope it involves paying for those goods?" "What?" Steph was shocked. Harvey approached them, lip curled. You look like you can barely afford these. You people just like messing around with people's businesses and lives," he muttered loud enough to be heard. Marcus smiled politely, but Steph's eyes flashed with a quiet anger. "We have money. We are here to get essential things. We will pay," she said softly, trying to pull out a platinum credit card. Harvey scoffed. "Sure you do," he said, refusing to ring up their items. "I've seen your type, always looking for a handout. For all I know, you could be trying to rob the store." He made reference to Steph rummaging through her bag. "You could be trying to pull out your gun," he spat. Now it was Marcus that got offended. "Don't talk to my wife like that. We are not criminals. I can't believe racists like you still exist in 2024, he shouted. "That's it. I am calling the police. You are obviously trying to rub the store. Black people," Harvey snickered. "You know what? We will just leave. We don't need this disrespect," Marcus commanded as he gently grabbed his wife. "Don't move, Durr," he shouted, grabbing the phone and dialing 911. "I've got potential shoplifters in my store." Marcus and Steph stood frozen, bewildered by the accusation. Marcus got angrier, but he decided to stick around. After all, the cops were on their way. Steph rubbed Marcus's hands to calm him down. It was an embarrassing situation, and she hates it when things like this happens. They see black couple and just assume they are Bonnie and Clyde. They just think the worst of black people. She sighed, her eyes showing a mix of anger and resignation. Harvey kept making silly comments as they waited for the police. "Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. It is going to be your last rodeo. You thought you could rob me? I laugh in your stupid black faces." Within minutes, 2 local police officers arrived, Chief Jason and Officer Sam. As they entered, Harvey pointed dramatically. "Oh, thank God you are here to save us. These people were acting suspicious, trying to steal. They could have a gun." Chief Jason approached, his expression changing from alert to confused. He looked at Marcus, then at Steph, and a smile of recognition spread across his face. "Dr. Maxwell? Mr. Maxwell, what is going on?" The store fell silent for a moment. "Actually, I would love to understand too. We were dropped by to do some grocery shopping, and this man just couldn't let us be. He accused us of looking like people who can't afford anything. Now he's accusing us of trying to steal, Marcus said calmly, his voice measured but with a hint of steel underneath. They were trying to steal. His wife kept looking for something in her bag when I confronted them. You need to search them. It could be a gun. Who brings a gun to a store without the intention of robbing? He blabbed. Jason frowned at him. These people won't steal anything. They are respected citizens. It doesn't change the fact that they have a gun, Harvey shouted, half hoping that they have a gun. He couldn't just give up. Dr. Maxwell, do you have a gun in your purse? No, I was trying to reach for my credit card, she said, as she pulled out a platinum credit card. Harvey's face had gone pale in shock as he saw the card. That's right. Mr. Maxwell is the tech entrepreneur who's been supporting our local scholarship program. And Dr. Maxwell? She's on the hospital board and has performed pro bono surgeries for half the kids in this county, Officer Jason said. They've donated more to this community in a year than most people do in a lifetime. Harvey was embarrassed. He had harassed extremely valuable people, people who could save his dying business. The platinum credit card seemed to shine even brighter. I'm so sorry, Harvey stammered, but Marcus and Steph had already decided. They placed the groceries back on the shelves and walked out, leaving Harvey to face the silent, disapproving stares of the two officers. A week later, a development company arrived in town. They were looking to invest millions in a new commercial project. They referred to it as a project to help small businesses and bring significant economic growth to Millbrook. The lead investor? Marcus. When the town council gathered, the candidates who were eligible for the grants were interviewed. Harvey was one of them. When Harvey entered the interview room, he spotted Marcus immediately. He was terrified, and a rush of regret swept through him. Marcus simply smiled and said, I'm afraid we'll be looking elsewhere for our investment. He mentioned nothing of Harvey's treatment, but the message was clear. No, please, I'm sorry. My business is dying. It is the only store around. Marcus heard and decided to handle this differently. Instead of giving you the grant and allow you to continue harassing customers, we will buy it and hand the store management to another person. Harvey didn't like the idea of being bought out, but he had no choice. If he doesn't get the grant, his business is ruined anyways. Okay, again, I am truly sorry, Harvey apologized. In the end, Harvey learned the hardest lesson of all. Appearances can be deceiving, and prejudice is a poison that ultimately destroys those who carry it. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share with friends. Every story is worthy of your attention.